What's up, guys? My article was called "Was the Extreme 2017 Hurricane Season Driven by Climate Change?" and it was published in the Scientific American and written by Annie Seed and published on October 26th. All right, let's get into it. So, let's see. Here's a synopsis. It references three scientists: Jim Elsner, Kevin Trenberth, and Tom Knudsen. Pretty much, hurricanes control the heat in our oceans, and they're a necessary function for the oceans to cool down. The storms remove heat from tropical oceans in the form of moisture and pump up the heat into the atmosphere. And higher ocean heat provides more fuel for these hurricanes. So they talk about how many factors there are to consider when talking about the devastation and size of hurricanes. So the first one is frequency. How frequency is affected is still unknown. Some studies show that we will end up with less frequent but more intense hurricanes, while other scientists think we'll get more frequent and more intense hurricanes. Size and duration is also a factor. It's predicted to increase by the late 21st century. And these traits depend on how the storm details are defined. So how you define the size of a hurricane and the duration is still kind of debated. Scientists do agree that higher storm surges will be hitting coastlines. So if sea level is a half meter higher, for example, then a storm surge will be a half meter higher than it will have been otherwise. And we know that global warming is already affecting sea levels, so this is definitely affected. Rainfall. Experts also expect that climate change may increase the intensity of hurricane rainfall. The extreme flooding in Houston bears witness to this idea. Hurricane rainfall rate is projected to rise 7% for every degree Celsius rise in tropical sea surface temperatures. And then with those warm waters expanding, you could find that these strong storms in new places. For example, Ophelia, which surprised Ireland and UK in October. So as the oceans get warmer, the area that hurricanes can exist and expands. And then third, there's not that much data about hurricanes. Satellite tracking began in 1970, so since then, we don't know if all of this data is because of natural variation or actually because of global warming. Reflection, I don't see that much environmental issues and stuff from news outlets. I don't get that much exposure to it, but if I do, it's from Facebook or from the university or my high school education. And lastly, these are my questions. So if you guys want to answer those, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much.